afternoon, everyone. Welcome, everybody, on this Monday. We're very happy you're here with us for a new week of GMA3, What You Need to Know.
You said welcome, everybody. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome. Good to have you.
I missed you, Amy.
Oh, I missed you.
And I missed you at the end of the week.
Yes, it was. I was all by myself. I could not believe you all left this show in my hands for 2 days.
Did you like it?
Actually, I got comfortable.
Oh, man. That's not what you're supposed to say, right? I mean,
you guys know I missed you because you had to deal with my messages while you were away and whatnot. So, yes, of course, I missed you guys. Good to have everybody back on this Monday, starting a new week. We're going to begin, of course, with the coronavirus crisis. Pandemic still going on out there, folks. Case numbers from Johns Hopkins University today, more than 131.3 million cases confirmed worldwide, 555,000 American lives lost to this virus. CDC reporting more than 106.2 million Americans, though, have at least one dose of that vaccine now.
Yeah, and that is certainly some good news. That's about 40% of adults in this country. Yeah. And so with this new vaccine numbers and they're rising, we're getting different restrictions or lifting of restrictions by the CDC. What's the latest when it comes to travel?
Well, the important thing here, Amy, is that when the vaccine started coming out, people said, well, how is this going to change our life? Now we're getting a glimmer of that. So take a look at the CDC new travel recommendations. If someone is fully vaccinated, quotes, fully vaccinated, it is okay now to travel both domestically and abroad without quarantining. That refers to here in the United States. Other countries still have their rules. What does fully vaccinated mean? That means at least 2 weeks have elapsed after the second dose of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine, and at least 2 weeks after the single dose of Johnson & Johnson. They do underscore that masks should continue to be worn in public places, regardless of vaccination status. And if people are unvaccinated at this point, the CDC is urging against all non-essential travel.
All right, but you're traveling. A lot of people taking vacations. I get to where I'm going, get to a hotel. Yeah. Are there concerns in staying in hotels right now?
You know, it's a question we're getting a lot, TJ, and a lot of people are nervous to be in a hotel. Remember that the cleaning procedures in hotels has always been pretty intense, and it's even more so now. And so when you get into a hotel room, no need to wear a mask in there. If you want to wipe down all those hot spots yourself, again, feel free, but it's generally an extremely low-risk environment. So some good news there.
Guys?
Let's go.
No trip?
I'm in.
All right. All right. Thank you, Doc. We'll see you plenty throughout.
Welcome back to What You Need to Know. GMA3, Dr. Jen Ashton here. You were just telling me about this new study, which is pretty remarkable, involving lowering your cancer risk.
Yeah, so this is a recently published study online in JAMA looking at, again, the association. So I can't emphasize that enough. Observation, association, not the same as cause and effect, but still it's an interesting observation that there is a lower risk of death for people with breast cancer and bladder cancer when they take aspirin. Now, this is not the first time. You are, I'm sure, well aware that we've seen this link on the beneficial side between people who take aspirin and a lower risk of either certain types of cancers like colorectal cancer or a lower risk of death or recurrence. There's a lot of details that still have to be figured out. We don't really know why. And remember, when you talk about a drug like aspirin, there are major risks of bleeding. So this is not something that people should just start popping, you know, for the possibility that it could have some benefit. But there are some theories about the mechanism that it can lower inflammation or the growth of new blood vessels that accompany cancers and tumors. So more interesting information, and as we all know, because we say it repeatedly, in science and medicine, the first step is always making the observation.
Right. And you say, I mean, I have it in my house just in case someone were to have a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But something like once a week, there's no harm that's done necessarily.
Well, look, you can't, that's not a wide, you know, spanning recommendation at this point, so people should talk to their doctors, but this is something that is on the forefront of every major cancer center. Certainly every oncologist is well aware with it, so people should discuss it with their doctor.
All right.
Interesting.
Appreciate you discussing.
You bet, my friend.
Us. Dr. Ashton, thank you so much. Stay with us on GMA3, folks. We're right back. All right, Dr. Ashton.
How can I follow that?
Well, give us some final lustful thoughts here.
Jeez, it's Monday. So, final thoughts today, you guys, inspired by a really interesting article just out in Psychology Today about the importance of psychological safety Primarily in the workplace, but again, it's one of these life lessons of the pandemic that I think we can extrapolate to our personal lives as well. What that means is when you see something wrong or you see a problem or you're not feeling right, do you have the safety to voice your opinion, to bring your concerns to your team or your employer? And I think we can all learn a lesson from that, whether it's in the home or in the workplace.
Very nice.
I like that.
Speak up.
Yes, all right. And that's what you need to know for this Monday. Thank you so much for joining us.